What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, shockingly, 4-division world champion, former undisputed super middleweight, who's going for undisputed for a second time at super middleweight next Saturday in Saudi Arabia. That being Mexican superstar, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he retires, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who has 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. He's 34 going on 35 years of age, 5'7" with a 70-inch arm reach. Canelo Alvarez shockingly has a fight coming up against William Skull next Saturday in Saudi Arabia to become undisputed for a second time at 168. But Canelo Alvarez is now downplaying his next opponent, shockingly, which is undefeated 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, and reigning WBA junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, and another first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, 2-division undisputed champion, Terence Crawford, who has 41 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are going to fight September 13th in Las Vegas, which looks to be at the Allegiant Stadium, the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium, in a super fight. And Canelo Alvarez is down talking Terence Crawford as much as possible in recent interviews when asked about Terence Crawford. Today, or the article comes out today, but he does an interview and he says that he feels like Terence Crawford shouldn't be undefeated. That his last fight against Madrimov, August 3rd in Los Angeles, California, that Terence Crawford lost. At worst, he said Madrimov should have gotten a draw, but it shouldn't have went in favor of Terence Crawford. He also stated that he's going to prove to the world that his 2013 showdown with now retired legendary undefeated 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, former pay-per-view king, the man formerly known as Pretty Boy, formerly known as Money, now known as TBE, Floyd Mayweather, where he lost every single round in 2013, he's stating that now Terence Crawford gives him an opportunity to show the world that he can beat Floyd Mayweather's style, because Terence Crawford is this generation's best fighter, pound for pound best fighter. Floyd Mayweather was his generation's best fighter, pound for pound best fighter, okay? And now, and ironically, they both was undefeated, but in 2013, I think Floyd Mayweather had more than 40 fights, if I'm not mistaken. Crawford has 41 fights. They might have about the same fights. I don't remember right now. I'm brain fogging, right? But Canelo was 36 going, Floyd was 36 going on 37, and Crawford is 37 going 38. They have similarities, but not really, right? Floyd at that point in time was a defensive wizard, a defensive genius, and a counterpuncher, not a knockout artist. Crawford is still a knockout artist, a counterpuncher, but still he's first a lot, right? So he's saying that he gets a chance to rectify that. And initially, he didn't want to fight Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford moves too much. But when he watched Terence Crawford in his fight with Madrimov, he thought that Terence Crawford was stationary, and that gives him more of an opportunity to be victorious, and now he likes the fight. He clearly is being forced in this fight. He don't want to fight Terence Crawford. He don't like the style matchup, and he don't like the idea of Terence Crawford beating him. And he knows it's an uphill battle for him because of the style. Many people are focused on Terence Crawford jumping from 54 to 68, only having one fight at 154, and they're focused on the size. Canelo Alvarez is not. Canelo Alvarez is very aware of the skill set, the talent, and the abilities of Terence Crawford. He says that he was a big fan of Terence Crawford, or is a big fan. He understands the threat that Terence Crawford represents. And now he's trying to say that Terence Crawford lost to Israel Madrimov. When you look at that fight with Israel Madrimov, anybody in their right mind that understands the sport of boxing knew Terence Crawford won that fight. Was it a competitive fight? Yes. It was his first fight at 54. Israel Madrimov was very herky-jerky. He was being very unpredictable with his approach. And he wasn't very active, right? He moved around a whole lot in that fight. And he lost. It was competitive, but he lost. So to say that he got robbed is ridiculous. And to say that Crawford should have a loss on his record is ridiculous. And this just tells you that he understands the threat that Terence Crawford is. He wished that Terence Crawford would have had that loss on his record, because then this fight doesn't come about. He gets to pick and choose who he wants to fight. See, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is paying him a massive amount of money for this Crawford fight, for the William Skull fight, $80 million per fight, right? But he's not going to be able to just pick and choose any old body. He don't want to fight Terence Crawford because he don't like the style matchup. And he wished Terence Crawford would have lost to Israel Madrimov officially. Then he would have been able to avoid a fight with Terence Crawford. That's why. And he don't want to fight, just like he don't want to fight David Benavidez. Style matchups, he don't like it. Terence Crawford didn't lose to Israel Madrimov. That sounds ridiculous. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. September 13th, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. I expect Canelo to knock out William Skull this next Saturday. And Terence Crawford will fight Canelo Alvarez, and he'll be a 3-division undisputed world champion when the night is over. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. I'm gone. Peace.